Hello, my crafty friends. Welcome. So today I get to show you a brand new club kit from Spellbinders. This is called the Wax Seal of the Month, and this month's is called Poinsettia Joy. So it comes with a wax seal as well as a whole pack of beads, and that pack is going to last you a very long time. They're beautiful crimson red beads. So let's open up this seal and take a closer look at it. Using wax seals on your card projects as well as your envelopes is the latest craze lately, and I think it's going to be around for a while. So let me show you this beautiful seal. This is an oval shaped one, and it says Joy, and it has some poinsettias on it. I really love playing with these wax seals, so let's get right into the project. This is what I'm going to create. I practiced with it a little bit off camera. I've never used an oval wax seal before. So let's light the candle and put the kettle on top of that. And then I'm going to place the spoon on top. So for the oval ones, I like to use 5 wax beads. You'll have to play around with it yourself and see what works for you. But 5 seem to do the job for me. So I'm going to let those melt. It doesn't take very long. And I like to stir it with my all-in-one tool. You could use a toothpick too as well. And then once it's all nice and melted, I'm going to pour it onto the silicone mat. And for the oval, I'm going to shape it like an oval. So I'm going to move the spoon back and forth so that it has an oval shape to it. This will make it easier to place the wax seal on top of. And I'm holding the spoon really close to the silicone mat so that the wax doesn't cool off too soon. And then I'm going to place the wax seal on top, and I'm going to guide it. In the past, I just would set it down and let go. But this time, I'm going to guide it so that there is a pretty border all around it. This one worked out so-so. I'm going to do it again. Since I have wax still in the bottom of the spoon, I just put in 4 beads this time. And then again, I'm going to pour it out into an oval shape. And then I can guide the wax seal on top when I place that down. I'll just set that back on the side of the kettle and guide the seal into place very slowly. And then I give that about a minute to dry. Let me blow out my candle and clean up the wax off of the kettle just with a bunch of tissues. Just be careful not to burn yourself. And then I'll clean out the spoon as well while it's nice and hot. And then let me get a few more tissues to finish the job here. And again, I'm being careful not to touch the spoon because it's really hot. I think I got some wax on my silicone mat here too, and the bottom of the spoon, but it cleans up perfectly. You just don't want your candle to be too high or it will blacken the bottom of your spoon. So I do trim off the wick on my candle. And here is the third try. This one turned out beautifully. For your wax seals, you can also pick up these paint pens. They come in silver, rose gold, and gold at the Spellbinders shop. And I'm just very delicately going over the raised edges on the wax. I just want to bring out the sentiment that says joy. So I go really slowly, and if I get too much of the paint on the tip of this pen, I wipe it off on a tissue. Otherwise, it kind of puddles inside the wax seal. And here it is. I did an okay job, but I think for this card, I'm just going to use my first attempt. So I'm using a beautiful stamp set. This came out last year from Simon Hurley, and it's called Halftone Christmas. I'm going to use the sentiment from this as well as a couple of leaves. And the sentiment just says Merry Christmas. I'll stamp that out a few times, although I only show one stamping. I cut out a few Christmas die cuts using this set. It also came out last year. I'll have it listed in the description box below. It just has these little, they look like pine boughs and berries. And I'm going to temporarily place them on top of the card so I know where to stamp out the leaves. So this card is fun. It has a lot of different elements to it. It has the stamping with the ink, it has die cuts, and it's going to have the wax seal. I'm using VersaFine Onyx Black ink to stamp these out. And again, I'll stamp it more than once, but I'll only show one stamping. But I love how these halftone images look. Okay, now I can take my paper out of the Mini Misty. I'm going to glue this onto a piece of brushed black cardstock. This has kind of a sheen to it. It's really pretty cardstock from Spellbinders. And the one I'm using is called Rainforest. The green cardstock is called Rainforest. Now I can add glue behind my die cuts. I do like to grab a piece of scrap paper and dab them off first, and then bring them to my project so glue's not oozing everywhere. And then last, I'm going to glue down the berries. So there are some new products in the Spellbinders shop. There's these stickers for your wax seals. I picked up a bunch of these. I was so excited for these. And then some little plastic containers. And I'll give you a closer look at those in just a minute. But let's put down the seal next using one of these stickers. So I'm going to cut this down just a little bit so it fits the oval. Otherwise, they would fit your round seals perfectly. But I'll press that on the back and then peel off the release paper. It has a nice little tab to do so. And then I'm going to press this right onto my card project, like so. I'm really loving the look of this card, but I think I need to add some embellishments. So I pulled out some rouge pearls. This matches the crimson wax perfectly. I'll put a few of these around my sentiment. And this one kind of got away from me, so small. I think I'll put this right below the wax seal. And here is the card all done. I just love the look of this one with a pretty wax seal. I don't think people will get cards like this in the mail that are store-bought. So this is really fun to send out. It has a lot of wow factor. Let me show you these cute plastic bins. So this is what I'm going to do. I bought several of these, and this one is going to contain all of my seals. So I'll unscrew it, and I'll pull out two of the dividers to hold the handle, and then I'll just start putting my seals inside, and you can see exactly what they look like and which one you want to use. The rest I'll use to contain some of my wax beads, but I just thought that was a fun new little container. All of the products that I used will be listed in the description box if you want to look at those. Thanks so much for watching and supporting my channel. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.